We're going to start with some very sad news. Good evening to Miss Molina. Football is going on behind me, but Pete Rose, about about half hour ago passed away. I'm going to stick with this for a few minutes. So, Pete Rose, the hit king. Pete Rose, who should have been in the Hall of Fame, I would say 35 years ago, died broken-hearted man. This man deserved to be in Cooperstown. This man is the immortal. This man, and he played in my lifetime, so I could tell you, Rose was everything that ball players should be. Wore the game on his sleeve, and this sport again loses a living legend. I don't put Rose like a lot of people do he's definitely immortal, folks. I mean, you can't take that away from Pete. Pete's definitely a mortal ball player. There's no question. It's not even a discussion. But Pete Rose, this is heartbreaking to me, to guys who grew up in my generation. Uh, this really sucks, man. That Pete Rose is passed away, and I am stunned by it. And I was expecting to do a football game tonight. Instead, I'm talking about, yeah, Daniel, you should do a video. Happy Monday, Daniel. You should do a video. Pete Rose just died a half hour ago. I'm stunned. I'm heartbroken. Holding back the tears right now. Peter Edward Rose, born April 14th, 1943. He dies this evening, 2024. This man epitomized the game of baseball, and he is going to be missed. And I'm a big Pete Rose supporter. I'm an advocate for Pete Rose, and in my opinion, they should drop that stupid rule. And we lost another great immortal in the last 4 years. Oh, hit king taken away from us. The greatest, one of the greatest hitters of all time. He beat a mark, Ted Williams, that a lot of people thought he couldn't beat. And it's unbelievable. It's unreal that we lost Pete Rose. And that boy, half an hour ago, we lost the hit king, Peter Edward Rose, immortal. Don't listen to what these baseball writers say. Pete Rose is an immortal. That boy, pull up. That boy lives in Cincinnati. He's from Cincinnati. This is devastating to every baseball fan, die hard in America. And we're going to keep it here with Pete Rose. I'm waiting for that boy to pull up. I'm going to talk about Pete Rose's legacy. Football games right behind me. Mason Rudolph is in for Will Levis. I don't know what's happened in Miami with that, but That boy will be up in the field. Talk about Pete Rose's great career, what he meant to the city of Cincinnati, and Charlie Hustle. Yeah, I'm in tears, and I'm holding it back. Folks, I swear to God, when I was up here preparing for this show a half hour ago, I did not know this happened to my mom calls me and my mother said Pete Rose has passed. I said, no way, it'll be everywhere. I clicked on MLB network, it's there. They were just waiting for people to come on the air and right now they're talking about Pete Rose. Baseball doesn't matter, folks. It doesn't matter right now. Who cares about the playoffs? It's all about Peter Edward Rose and 42, 4,263 hits. He was God's ball player. He did everything the right way. And I found out tonight that Mickey Mantle made fun of him by calling him Charlie Hustle. Well, Charlie Hustle, they should make a baseball logo and make him the logo. Either him or Johnny Bench should be the logo for MLB. And I remember I saw a baseball documentary 2:30 in the morning 2 years ago because I was no matter of fact it had to be 3 years ago because I was still going to the clinic for treatment, and it was on Johnny Bench, and I was watching that. I was crying because we're all getting old, folks, and they took Aaron away, they took Mays away this summer, they just took the hit king away. I don't know if I would ever watch baseball anymore. Johnny Bench left. He is the only one of few living legends alive. Rod Carew is another one. Steve Carlton. A lot of them left because of COVID, and this hurts, man. This hurts bad, and I hope shows like Foul Territory. I hope they do a documentary on Peter Edward Rose. We lost about 45 minutes ago. We lost an American treasure. I am stunned right now. No, you forget about Pete because of Pete's issues with the gambling, and I held nothing against him. I never did. I thought he should have been. Thank you, Raven. He should have been in the Hall of Fame first ballot. No question. I can't explain it in words. It's hard. I'm gonna get through this. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna come on the air this morning, and Ujiri, if you saw his press conference today, he just found out himself about Mutombo. He couldn't speak. He just cried, cried, cried. We lost Dikembe Mutombo earlier this morning, brain cancer, 50. I remember Mutombo in morning, Georgetown, my UNLV team. Back in '91, the referees let both teams kill each other. I never liked Georgetown, but I loved him and Alonzo Mourning. I said these guys are gonna really revolutionize the game. And I want to say shout out to Mama. That's what Ujiri called her, and the children, his family. Devastating that we lost to Kembe. The NBA, just like baseball is this second, the NBA is stunned that they lost one of their legends. And I can't put it into words. Yes, Melina, rest in peace, Dikembe. I can't put it into words how this hit today. Mutombo, when I found out he died of brain cancer, it hit me hard. I said, wow, no one knew he was going for this. No one knew. Even Ujiri didn't know. And if you watched his press conference today, he was crying from the second he got the news. Mutombo did a lot for the African crossing borders for the game of basketball. He was an ambassador. He did a lot for his homeland. Wow. I'm glad Melina reminded me of that. Thank you, honey. So we lost Mutombo this morning. We lost Dikembe this morning. And we lost Pete tonight. I even forget it's a football game behind me. I'm dead serious. That's how hard both passings have hit me. Back in those days, in my opinion, was the best. Some of the best years of basketball was those years. Basketball was fun. You saw the NBA players everywhere on TV. You know damn well it's not like that anymore. And I'm not going to get into that tonight, but I will do a topic on that in the future. When in the heat of the NBA season, I'll have everybody come up and we'll talk about why you don't see NBA players like you did 30 years ago all over your TV sets. It's crazy. Raven Knight in the building. Yeah, NBA right now is devastated. Got me tumble pass. Devastated. You hear me? They didn't even do media days today. That's how shocked and it rocked the NBA world with Mutombo because no one knew he was sick like this. Nobody. So both sports rocked, which with tragedy today. We lost Pete Rose and we lost Dikembe Mutombo. May both legendary ball players rest in peace. Godspeed to both of them. Pete, we love you, man. Let me see if that boy is up here yet. Yeah, he is. Sorry about that, Dad. I was saying hello to Melina, thanking her for bringing up Mutombo. I'm gonna say hello to Raven Knight. Whenever you're ready, Dad. Let me turn around. All right, Geno Smith threw the ball wildly. Whenever that boy is ready, I'm ready. We'll talk about Pete Rose and Mutombo. Wow.
What's
You
going
ready?
on?
Oh
Yeah,
man, I held back the tears, man. When I found my mother called me and said Pete Rose passed, I said no way.
yeah,
And then I clicked on MLB and they said breaking news: Pete Rose passes away.
unbelievable. I haven't even gotten the news yet. Like not even from you broke it for me. Like so, I haven't even begun to even Google it yet or call anybody. It's unbelievable. Pete, I can't. What I can speak to is I really never understood that he had any other fans outside of Cincinnati.
Are you kidding me?
Like I didn't know. Like
Pete, Pete Rose is an American icon, especially among young, older men like me.
yeah,
Oh yeah. You know, I forget about him because Pete's Pete, and I don't want to get into. He's not in the Hall of Fame because if I get into, it, I'm going to lose my mind on Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball.
right,
I really believe Pete Rose should have been in Cooperstown 35 years ago.
yeah, and everybody does. And what's disappointing is that now they're going to do it. They'll do it now.
You heard what he said, right, about that?
I haven't heard anything yet, man.
Pete Rose, so what good is it going to do? My family's going to enjoy it. I'm not going to be alive to see it.
Yeah, and he said that 30 years ago.
I mean, I had to laugh at that when MLB Network said that. Um, sad.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
And him being, he Cincinnati, like born and bred. We all he exemplifies the city, like for sure. He definitely does. Like to us, we it's Cincinnati versus the world, and Pete was definitely that.
I love you, Melina. Thank you, love. Yeah. Uh, Pete Rose got so many fans. It's scary, man. Now, in my life, I ain't gonna lie to you.
And everything I know about the media, and they hate him. They can't stand him, man. And it's crazy to me. I never understood why.
Because he wasn't Johnny. And I was about to say that. When I saw Johnny Bench documentary and I was tearing up that night, it was 2:30 in the morning and I haven't heard from Johnny Bench in God knows when. The one thing that saddens me is that Johnny holds it against Pete why he's not in the Hall of Fame. And I wonder what Johnny Bench is thinking right now.
Right. Me too.
Because Johnny Bench, what's up, Iman? Johnny Bench should have been let that grudge go with Pete.
Yeah. Long time ago, huh?
From the documentary,
And
better
everybody, right?
because Johnny was on Hee Haw and all these country western shows. Remember, Johnny
Yeah.
from Oklahoma.
Right.
And when you love Johnny, Johnny got all the endorsements. And Pete was Pete. Pete was living a wild man's lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. But nobody could ever underestimate his talent or his heart, though. That team was just something special, man. And I believe they all hold it against him, man. Joe Morgan,
Oh,
Sparky, like even Sparky, they all just ostracized him.
Sparky did too? I
They,
didn't know that.
I believe so. Cause man, that whole scandal, man, it put a wedge through a lot of what we love about the Reds, man.
I
That's right
remember they
around
won
that
their
time.
last championship
Yeah,
back in '90. Pete
right.
Rose had to stay away,
Yes, he did.
and, and that bothered him.
That was his team. Most of it, a large majority of it was built by him.
Yeah, one of the best trades. Kyle Daniels for Tim Belcher.
And
That was a
through
hell
all
of a
through,
trade.
yeah, on through Lou Pinella and Ray Knight. That was Pete Rose's team.
They got Todd Benzinger for the Red Sox.
Yeah,
Larkin was in his second full year.
a beautiful team. And Pete was at the head of it. And I just wish he never would have did it, man.
All right, Seattle. Excuse me. Detroit's driving their game 6-0 Tennessee over the Dolphins in that game. Oh, what I was gonna say? Folks, you gotta understand. I'm keeping you on the football game, but you gotta understand, folks. This is an American legend. If you're an NBA fan, I'll compare him to another player that we just lost uh, this summer. You could compare Pete to Jerry West. They played exactly at the same time, as crazy as it may sound. And Jerry West gave everything he had, and so did Pete Rose. Pete Rose, like that boy just told you, is the city of Cincinnati.
Yeah. He was the best guy. Like, he always was with a smile. He didn't even, he probably was bitter out of all the things he went through. But in public, he never carried that around. You could walk right up to him.
It's the Miami. Yeah, we lost Christopherson this weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, 305 in the building. Yeah, this is rough, man. We lost Sid Justice about a month ago. All of our legends, all of a sudden, leaving this earth, man. And I meant what I said. If we lose Johnny Bench, I don't think I'll watch baseball. There's no reason to, for me. You know how highly I think of Johnny.
Yeah, though.
I mean, this lost Pete Rose, Johnny. I don't know how many of our living legends are left in baseball. I know there's a lot of them left in the NBA. Mutombo, God bless, Godspeed to you, family.
Indeed. Incredible person. Even more than who.
So, folks, Pete Rose again leaves this earth at the age of 83. In Miami in the building, watching the Dolphins game. Talking here with that boy, talking about the passing of Pete Rose, the passing of Duterte. What do you think about Mutombo leaving today? Godspeed to him.
I I'm also shocked by that. Like it's when it comes to Kembe though, it's about way more than basketball. He was a good
That's what I
person,
said a few minutes ago. It's about the things he did off the court and for the continent of Africa.
no doubt.
Detroit's about to score, folks. That didn't go at the Seahawks 3.
He's one of the few men even knew of that he was able to touch every aspect of the diaspora, like and relate. Like Dikembe was an incredible person. As good as he was on the court, it was about so much more.
All right, Miami got 4th and 3 in their game. Hey, the Lions new uniforms with the helmet look real sweet, folks. They're wearing their all black tonight with the beautiful Honolulu blue helmets with the black line on the side. Very nice. Touchdown, Detroit. And this Detroit's going crazy right now. All right, let me see. All right, they're gonna do a dedication to Pete Rose, 11 o'clock tonight. Hopefully, I'm off the air so I can watch this. So we lost two of the biggest names in the sports world. We lost actor Chris Christopherson from North Dallas 40 over the weekend at 88 years old. More power to you, Chris. I didn't even know he was 88 years old. I'm getting old, folks. Mr. Miami's enjoying his night watching wrestling and the NFL. Has the news hit? It should have by now hit the city of Cincinnati. Wait till that boy comes back.
Yeah, I'm back, man.
It should by now have hit the city of Cincinnati.
Yeah, it definitely had.
Mr. Miami proud of his professional wrestling tonight. Something you couldn't pay to watch right So I think the football game is 6-3 Tennessee with about 5 minutes left. And like I said, Detroit just scored. I'll give a tribute to both men tomorrow night. How was your day, nephew? You had a good day?
I was having an all right day until I heard that. Just as smooth as a day as it could. Then I got home. Like I haven't been out since. Like,
Me, I'm just sitting here saying what else can go bad.
yeah,
So the Lions scored first, folks. First time they got the ball, Jared Goff led them right down the field. And like I said, which quarterback blinks first? So far, a good start for Jared Goff.
Yeah, Detroit should win that game. They got to keep pace with Minnesota.
I'm still in a somber mood about Pete and Mutombo. I do not like when the Seahawks in that all white uniform. Right, nigga buff for free.
I still like the old ones better. Uh, Something about them Kingdom jerseys.
Or the Shawn Alexanders?
Yeah,
Yeah, I like the home blue in that one. Yeah.
the throwbacks. Like the throwbacks is nice. I like that.
Yeah, I like the old ones too. Yeah, man. So far, I have three players for the game ball. I got the Broncos defense, what they did to the Jets yesterday. Baker Mayfield is on fire right now.
Yeah,
And Derrick Henry last night.
indeed.
I gotta pick two more. You know what's funny? So far this year, bro, it is slow in football, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Slow, still entertaining though.
Yeah, it's early. But with Rice out, I don't know what to say about about the Chiefs, bro.
Yeah, the Chiefs is. It's gonna get tougher for them though, so it ain't gonna be easy. Especially if Rice out for the year.
Seattle driving now on Detroit.
It's not gonna be easy for the Chiefs. The Lions got to keep pace with the Vikings.
But a lot of Kareem Hunt. Boy, the Kareem Hunt looked good yesterday, folks. If you caught that game, I mean, folks, if you're watching the football game tonight, those Detroit helmets are some of the nicest helmets I've ever seen. All right, Metcalf just fumbled. Detroit ran it back to the 8 yard line. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. So I don't know what to say, man. I am so stunned about Pete Rose, man.
Yeah, that's the worst news I could have imagined.
Now watch Manzano say he's one of the all time greats. Like when Willie Mays died, he went crazy in this guy's chat room that he didn't believe that Willie Mays, many people consider him the greatest ball player. He had a hard time dealing with that.
A lot of people say that.
And I'm like, yo, you can't be serious.
A lot of people say that. And from the highlights, you really can't argue that.
You know what the sad thing about today is?
What's that?
Except for Pujols, none of these players can measure up to the old players. And that's a major problem in baseball.
Yeah,
Yeah, these guys can't measure up.
yeah. Especially the pitchers, man. They're really diminishing pitchers, man. Especially starting pitchers.
I mean, when you're talking, CC Sabathia, that's not saying much.
Not compared to Bob Gibson, no.
And I think that's what's really hurt the game of baseball. That and it's dead really because of steroids. That killed the sport. And the legends are dying. I don't know about you, man, but I don't look at none of today's ball players as legendary. Do you?
No.
I mean, does any player in today's baseball measures up to Ken Griffey Jr. when he was healthy?
I would have said Vlad Jr., but he's had 2 down years now. For Tatis Jr., but he's had 2 down years now.
None of these players can compare to Ken Griffey Jr., man. I'm sorry, man.
They
Vlad
can
Guerrero Jr. can't even compare to his dad, bro.
they can. It's hard for me to rationalize that, but they can.
These players today are overpaid and just not as good as the legendary ball players. And that,
It's Junior, Randy Johnson, especially the pitchers, man. The pitchers really don't compare.
it's true.
The Glavins, the Greg Maddox, man, the Earl Hershiser's even, man. Like, man,
Yeah, they don't. It's sad. I mean, they're good players, they're just not great players. I know a lot of Yankee fans. Well, you know who's close? There's one vest right there. You know who it is?
Oh,
Otani.
yeah, yeah. I say I want to put Aaron Judge up there, but I don't know what the Yankees is doing.
No, I think Judge is damn good, but I don't think Judge is gonna hit the immortal numbers.
Yeah, I believe he could if there was an order around it. Stan is not getting any younger. If he can even stay on the field anymore, I don't know what the Yankees are doing.
The Yankees?
Yeah,
Well, Judge got finished with 58 home runs.
that's what I'm saying. But they still suck though. Like it's just what like I don't get it with the Yankees right now. The Yankees might have been bad in the early part of the '90s, but by the close, they were it.
Yep, they sure was. Next time Manzano comes up here, I'm gonna ask him. You don't think Pete Rose is one of your all-time greats? Watch him say nope. And if you're up here, that's when you're gonna rip an a-hole in him.
He just has a 10. Yeah, I get people's intent bias against Rose. Though. That's what I understand. And that's all I'm gonna point out to him: his intentional bias.
I couldn't believe he said Willie Mays. He went crazy in that room. I'm like, bro. I'm like, sometimes you should have been up here. It was 2 years ago. So I said, Barry Larkin is the best um, shortstop I've ever seen. And I made Manzano read the last paragraph. And he goes, inducted into the Hall of Fame in
I, wa-
2012.
I
I was,
wasn't here for that. Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Shit, bro.
And Barry, man, that's why everybody loves Barry, man. Another hometown kid, bro. And the Reds were great. Man. Somebody should do a 30 for 30 on that.
I totally agree with that. No doubt. Looks like Tennessee's going to go for it on fourth down. What did I say to you, man? I would love, maybe I'll do it late tonight. I would love to find Cincinnati radio right now with Marty Brenneman.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely got to go have a lot to say on Pete. Marty's retired now.
Like the Miami game under a review, which is just stupid.
Uh,
Meanwhile, Seattle keeps driving the ball downfield, but they shoot themselves in the foot. I'll tell you right now, folks, the way Detroit looks tonight, they better get something on the board. If they don't, this game will be over just like last night. And you don't hear the Josh Allen talk no more, do you?
he was barely on the field last night. Baltimore looked like the way I thought they was gonna look. They keep running with Derrick Henry, man. It gonna be a tough out, super tough out.
Yeah. Well, it's Detroit team tonight, folks. I'll give it to Detroit. They waited a long time for a good football team.
They had, they most certainly had.
What
So
a move by Geno Smith.
I'm happy for the
And
trip.
they're gonna Detroit's gonna I mean Seattle's gonna punt.
I'm happy when fan bases can pull bags off of their head. Like it's always a beautiful thing.
All right, Tennessee, Miami fumbled the punt. So Tennessee's deep in Miami territory. So it's pathetic, man. I'm gonna get ready for a big Pete Rose send off soon. Him and Mutombo.
Yeah,
Stunned about Pete Rose and Mutombo.
what a day.
I'm laughing my ass off right now, but I'll leave it alone. I'll save it for tomorrow night. On the Reds, I don't know how they're gonna honor him next season. They're gonna wear 14 on their helmets.
I would assume they'd do something. At least I know here in Cincinnati, I don't think we ever would even was thinking this day was even gonna come for real. But he's gone. Like, and he'll never be gone around here, man.
Of course. They're actually reviewing this. I hope Miami did not call or they can't. It's under 2 minutes. Yeah, he fumbled it right there. He took it from him. He didn't hold it long enough. Thank God I'm not watching this game tonight, folks. Let's see what Geno Smith did now. He actually tripped him. Oh, he caught it. Damn, Metcalf. Wow. Touchdown. So we got a game here, folks. And his knee hit the pylon. All right, they didn't give it to him, but it's first and goal at the half-yard line. All right, they called off the fumble and gave ball back to Miami. Why, I don't know. Oh, man. So, it is a slow night, folks.
A lot of flag picking up this year. Like it's been picking up flags. So
Yeah, let's see if Gino runs this in himself. All right, Kenneth Walker scores 14-7.
they got to chill with them illegal motion calls, man. Ineligible man downfield. So they got to chill with them.
All right, run the Dolphins. I'll run this to halftime, bro.
Huntley really starting tonight.
Hmm?
Huntley was really he really starting tonight.
Which guy?
Huntley,
Yeah, yes.
but Thompson really did. He got hurt last week.
Badly.
Mm, that's not good.
Real bad. All right, this penalty's on Tennessee because the Dolphin players are moving up. Wait until the referee tells us. He's just standing there. Fans booing in Miami. Referee just now in Miami embarrassed himself by don't even know what down it is, and the whole stadium is booing him. And it's just getting worse for the Dolphins, folks. Just getting worse. Even Tua is laughing.
Was the Titans? The Titans was the favorite in that game. Had to have been. You remember what the line was?
2.5 Miami.
Miami.
Yep.
Hmm.
Tell you one thing, Tennessee got some big boys in that front line. In the Detroit game, let me tell you this: Seattle, the entire defensive line is out tonight. And give the coach credit. He said, "Hey, we'll play with the youngsters." So far, Mason Rudolph is looking real good for Tennessee, folks.
Mason Rudolph is playing for Tennessee.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
So they bench Levis. They really bench Levis. That's crazy. I was not expecting that one. That was not on my bingo card.
Thank God I didn't touch none of these games tonight. All right, gotta run, gotta run. Hopkins for 30. Despite the ball, man. Too slow. But they're gonna get the field goal team out there. And let's see if Nick Folk can make the field goal. 47 yards attempt. Straight down the middle. So it's 9-3 at halftime, folks. And Tennessee gets the ball back. 9-3 at halftime. You can't make this shit up.
If I was a quarterback, I'd rather sit out. Don't put me in to bench me and then say I'm getting back in. Like that's I just man, they really fucking up these young quarterbacks doing that shit.
And they don't cost much. That's what people don't realize. Now, if you didn't hear the news out of Carolina today that caused a lot of players to be upset. I mean, how stupid can you be? It looks like the little midget's coming back very soon to the chagrin of the players. This makes you wonder about the Carolina. It was funny. So Prime was on Ocho and this guy last night, Sharp.
Oh,
So
the nightcap. Yeah. Okay.
so Dion goes, yo, what the hell is going on in Carolina?
Yeah.
And Shannon Sharp goes, you may soon tell us. You may soon find out.
Right. Right. Oh my God. It's a great question. What is going on in Carolina?
You got an owner who's inept, who made the wrong choice. Well, all of his football people say take Stroud. He took the little midget.
Right.
That's on him.
I wouldn't even think about putting him back in, man. You can't even play him until he's absolutely ready, man.
He's never going to be ready, bro, because again, he's too small. He just has a football birth defect. He's tiny, he's short.
I would say he hasn't had a good offensive line around him. I would say the same thing about Russell Wilson.
And which team for Russell Wilson?
At any point in time in his career, he just had the best offensive line in Seattle.
They're about in Denver.
In Denver, he did, and it showed.
Well, it looks like little boy is going to keep that job, they said today. Still
Look,
hasn't made a turnover. Justin
they
Fields.
are intent on killing his confidence.
Which kid's confidence?
Bryce Young.
Oh, him. Oh, I don't know. Dalton's looked good the last two games.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't even think about putting him back in. That's what you said. They're thinking about putting him back in. That's
Yeah,
crazy,
they were talking about it today. Yeah.
especially with the way Dalton looked.
A lot of players were pissed off about that. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it either.
All right, Detroit, another touchdown, folks. These are the Lions tonight, folks. They have come to play tonight. Three touchdown runs for the Lions tonight. So
Actually,
everybody
looking
go to Detroit, folks. And what I like about this Lions team, they expect to be doing this.
right, and they should with the run they had last season. Is now they got Minnesota staring them in the face now.
That's going to be very interesting when they play. I'm going to find out right now when they play. Detroit, Minnesota. Oh, they play in 2 weeks.
Nice.
They play at Minnesota, and then they play at Minnesota again to end the season. But that game will be in Detroit.
That game 2 weeks from now, they might have to flex that.
Depends. It's only week 4. A lot of things happen. A lot of teams catch momentum around week 10 and then they just fly.
Right. Still
But
early.
I tell people week 12, when that Green Bay game is over against San Francisco, that is the day when you look at the standings at the end of that game, who you can tell who's the contenders, who are the pretenders.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
All right, the Pete Rose thing is everywhere. In baseball, the Dodgers and Phillies have buys. It will be the Braves and the Padres, the Mets and the Brewers. And they just played the Brewers on Sunday. So the Mets going to fly all the way back to Milwaukee.
Yeah, man, Mets got in today, didn't they? I was looking at something about them earlier.
Yeah. So Detroit got the engines up tonight. 11 o'clock, MLB Network will give a tribute to Pete Rose. And with me, man, I'm just my whole night's just effed up because of Pete and Mutombo.
Yeah, I was already low energy after my Matumbo. Now
Sad, right?
it is. I don't even know what to do right.
Did you hear about that bogus interview that All Up in Smoke did with Kamala Harris?
I heard about it. I haven't seen it.
There's nothing to really talk about. All they talked about was sports in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I wish I was on Platinum's platform. He was on 4:30 in the morning, and he thought that Steven Jackson was going to come with the hard questions. There were no hard questions, bro.
Not even no politics from the way it sounds.
No, it was very fluff.
Just
That
that.
woman, that woman, the Democrats are smarter than we give them credit for. They found her a soft landing for her two guys interviewing her, and I think it was just sickening to watch. I only saw a couple of seconds because when I looked at the column at the topics, I said I ain't watching this shit, bro.
Yeah.
What a waste.
Yeah. You gonna get her in front of you? Yeah, you might as well ask some questions. I would.
I was a big fan those Warrior teams in the early 2000s. I'm like, God. Then I saw the other topics. I said, this is it. And they also lied. They said that interview was going to be on 10 o'clock. The interview was posted like around 9 o'clock in the morning, bro.
That's crazy.
Nothing but fluff. No tough questions.
Just how she like it.
Of course. Here's the funny part. It starts off with her meeting her husband and what type of car he was driving. I'm like, get the man, Matt Barnes. All right, Michigan's at Oregon this week.
What was your man?
Michigan is at Oregon this week.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be a good game.
I'll skip it.
College football's getting into the thick of it already, man. The Alabama Georgia game, man. Now they starting to collide.
Good morning, good evening, big task at hand. You getting your NBA finals tickets already? You getting your spot down in the Canyon of Heroes where you're gonna stand to greet your Knicks? I'll be right here. All right, Detroit's getting to Geno Smith. Like I said in that thumbnail, which QB blinks first? Right now, it looks like it's Geno. All right, Seattle pulled off a miracle play just now. Got the third and 18. Got the first down. Yeah, big task. You should be getting it ready, man. Go get your Nick jersey. I know you got a pair of Timberlands, and at least you got a rope and your Nick fitted, so you can be with the fan base, listening to Wu Tang Clan. All right, Seattle's driving. All right, that boy, you here? Wait till that boy comes back. So tonight, Tony, would you say that Pete Rose is not one of the immortals of the game of baseball, Tony?
No, I would say he's the immortal.
Okay.
He's been an immortal his whole career. It's just the idiocy of the 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 Hall of Fame not letting him in just because of a gambling issue.
I'm just asking, 'cause I remember how crazy you went that night in uh, Moss's room when Willie Mays died, and you went crazy talking about how Bob Costas would not agree with that, and all they ran all summer was Every Wednesday night, 8:30 was Willie and Hank, the two greatest.
Yeah, rapping Roberto. You know he has a select few favorite people.
But he understands who are the immortals and who are not.
Well, he understands the immortal, but as a he's a Yankees fan, correct?
Yeah, but he's a baseball fan first, and he's not biased towards the Yankees, believe it or not.
He's not as bad as our boy Chris Russo.
Russo hates the Yankees.
Who's the one that's really biased towards the Yankees? There's a announcer or someone that's on ESPN or MLB Network that
They all are, bro. They
I'm
all
in New
are.
York, by the way.
Oh, you're in town, Tony?
Yeah, I'm in Midtown.
Oh God.
I'm near Times Square and stuff like that.
Where you staying at the what's that? What's
The
that?
Hilton,
Oh, you over there? You in my old spot? You're over there, 50
53rd
uh,
and Avenues of the
and Sixth
America.
Avenue. Yeah, Sixth Avenue. Yeah. You like the rooms there?
Yeah, this is honestly the me and you were talking about this um recently that there's players. Are you how surprised are you that Sheffield is not in the Hall of Fame yet?
I understand why, Tony. I understand why.
Media hates him.
Yes,
Is he as bad as the other Albert Bell?
he's right there. He's right there.
Is there a is there a player like that in the NFL that hasn't got in the Hall of Fame? That's not a Dolphin.
Who the media doesn't like?
You know how you say the media hates both Bell and Sheffield? Is there a football player at any position that hasn't got into the Hall of Fame just because the media hates him?
I gotta think.
That's not Bob Kuchenberg, of course.
Brian
No,
Cox.
I'm fair on this. Are you kidding me? I'm not biased. Well, T.O. didn't get in for a while. He was the one.
Vader just said Brian Cox.
Cox? I didn't look at Cox as a Hall of Famer.
He was a
You know,
good
I had to.
linebacker.
I'll tell you one guy I think deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He's not. Ochocinco.
Ocho.
Yes.
Did the media not like Ocho?
Of course not.
Well, he liked the media. It's just the media didn't like. It was the relationship wasn't reciprocal, which is because you couldn't hear Ocho Cinco shut up. Wouldn't shut up.
They didn't like him because he performed on the field. When you perform on the field, what are you going to say about him?
Is TJ? Would you say TJ? His teammate TJ Hushmanzada is a Hall of Famer?
No. What a catch. Oh, they didn't give it to him. That boy, you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Is Husmanzada a Hall of Famer to you?
No.
Okay.
He's a ring of Bengals ring.
He's a good receiver. He's not a great one.
I look at Husmanzada as he was good for a pretty good time, but it was Chad that made that team go. He gave them their identity. And the Chiefs were 13-0. What did he say, That Remember?
It was all me.
No, the Chiefs were 13-0. And he told the whole world, They'll be 13-1 after next week, and they were 13-1. Bengals put it was 48 to what? Uh,
That was like the early 2000s. They were
yeah,
undefeated that year.
yeah. That's what made him popular. Cause he made that bold prediction.
Uh, at the height of both of their powers, who did you like better, Ocho or taking your Bengals fandom out of it, Vader? Who did you like better as a receiver, Ocho or Fitzgerald?
Mm.
I
Fitzgerald
like
would always be my favorite wide receiver. He was my favorite wide receiver for that whole era.
Larry. Oh, Larry, you like Larry?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna answer that question.
The knock on Ocho Cinco is that
No Super Bowl.
no, not even that he didn't win a Super Bowl. That he's extremely talented, but he's damn near football illiterate. He never took the time to understand or even craft any sort of route.
He was a go route receiver.
Go, all go, 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 go. Which is cool, but
Gotta know the route tree.
gotta know the route tree.
That's what made uh that's what made Torrey Holt so great. And why he's he in the Hall of Fame is beyond me.
I can't remember. Was it Jerry or T.O. that almost got cut because he refused to learn the route tree from the 49ers?
It's probably Rice, because both of them have similar careers, believe it or not. When Rice started, he dropped everything and I saw the game against the Giants when the two guys collided and he caught the 75-yard bomb from Montana and they finally beat the Giants. The Giants used to bully them at Meadowlands. Parcells used to LT and the boys to lay the whooping stick on Montana, bro.
Oh, so T.O. at the beginning of their careers had a parallel kind of.
Yes, he dropped a lot of passes into that playoff game against Green Bay. And he finally caught that pass with little time left. I think it was like 8 seconds left.
Was T.O. like a at the beginning of his career? Was T.O. almost like a what is it called, a Ocho, where he was only a go route receiver? He couldn't run any other route.
Nah. Jerry Rice took him under his wing. And look what, when you listen to a legend, look what happened to T.O. He became a great, great player. T.O.'s problem is he's a selfish bastard. That's his problem. T.O. don't believe in team. T.O. believes in me. That's why him and Ocho got along so well.
I was my friend was talking about this. He's a T.O. fan, and he said if T.O. had a quarterback, a more like a quarterback like a Dan Marino his whole career, I think he would have been a lot like been able to develop a lot faster and stuff like that.
I don't think Marino had no patience, bro. That wouldn't have worked.
Oh, they both had an ego. You don't. They would have
No,
classed too much.
T.O. didn't have an ego. T.O. was learning under Jerry Rice.
No, no,
He
I'm
was
saying
smart.
no. What I'm saying is, if he hadn't gone to the 49ers, if he had gone to the Dolphins with Marino,
As the good T.O. or the T.O. that was learning?
the uh
Big difference.
the learning To.
Marino have no patience.
So
That's what he did with Tony Martin, and they got rid of him. And then look how good Tony Martin was with Stan Humphries as his quarterback.
Yeah, T.O. came into the league with Steve Young. I mean,
Yeah,
you really can't name anybody better.
yeah.
Wait, T.O.
T.O.
came at the end or in the middle of Rice's career
in the middle.
with the 49ers?
The middle.
Middle?
Yeah.
When did Rice go to the Raiders?
Was it 2002? Because they went to the Super Bowl that year.
Oh, he was with Rich Gannon and Galloway?
Yeah, yeah. And they got destroyed in that Super Bowl.
That Tony Dungy defense?
Yeah, that John Gruden won with. Yeah.
And it's funny. I kind of feel bad for Dungy built that whole defense, yet Gruden gets credit because he won. They say he built that team when it was really
No,
what is it?
he doesn't really get no credit because all the players when they won the Super Bowl, they all and the fans too. They gave all the credit to Tony Dungy.
Oh no, my mistake. It's like it's the whole Belichick and Parcells thing. Belichick built that whole defense and most of that team. Yet of course, Belichick wins the championships. He gets the credit. Parcells built those Patriots teams,
He sure
but
did. He sure did.
Was he the one that drafted McGinnis?
Say again.
Was Parcells the one that drafted Willie McGinnis and Bruce?
Well, he drafted that whole damn defense, bro.
He did. Oh, he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that why? Did you tell me that they hate each other?
Yeah, they do. They don't like each other at all.
Is Parcells in that group with like Krzyzewski in them and
Yes.
Bobby Knight?
Yeah, they don't like Krzyzewski. It's Bobby Knight. Yeah, and Tony La Russa. They don't like Krzyzewski.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is he that arrogant that people don't like him that much?
Who, Krzyzewski?
Yeah.
He's smug. That's his problem. He's like
He's
another
a Bobby V.
Valentine. Yeah, he's another Bobby V. Like he invented the game.
Jesus. Mister, I invented the game in I can't remember who you said was that in the NBA.
Wow, I gotta go deep. Who's the NBA guy like that? Probably Phil
It's
Jackson.
weird. A lot of people say Pat Riley.
Nah. Pat Riley's one of the cool guys.
Pat earned the right to be arrogant, though, with the amount of championships he has as both a player and a coach.
Joe Cool.
Huh?
Pat Riley's Joe Cool.
He would be Don Shula in football.
Yeah.
And not Tony, and Bruce Bochy in baseball.
Joe Torre.
I can't stand Torre for some reason. I don't know what it is.
His mafioso personality, his mafia personality.
See, I like Bochy and La Russa over Torre for some reason.
Because Joe Torre was mafia, man.
La Russa seems like mafia too.
Yeah, Joe Torre kissed the ring. All right, Miami just kicked a field goal, so it's 9-6 in that game.
See, we're leaving out one. We're leaving out one guy in this whole equation.
Who?
Oh, Sweet Lou.
Oh, Pinella.
Absolutely.
Well, Pinella was hilarious. Like he wasn't. He's not as bad as Bobby V Like, he's not as arrogant. Let's be
If
honest.
Piniella would have won with that Seattle team back in 2001, he will definitely be an all-time great manager.
No doubt.
Did that Seattle team run into a great Yankees team? Is that why they didn't win the World Series?
That's why they didn't get there, yep. And a forgotten team, too. That was a damn good team. The only problem with Seattle was their starting pitching was good, but not great.
Yeah, was that the team with was that in early of Felix Hernandez?
2001. That was Ichiro's rookie year.
Was that in early Felix Hernandez?
No, Fernandez didn't come yet.
Yeah, that was after Pinella. But that team was stacked, man, from Griffey Jr. to Buehner, bro. Ichiro's first year, man.
Was Pinella? Wait, is Pinella the one that they show the highlight of stealing the base?
Which
The
guy?
manager that stole the base, like
Yeah,
first base.
Pinella's known for throwing the base at you, yes. He had thrown a couple bases at a couple umpires.
But honestly, I heard people say the only umpire that they never got, like, what is it called? They never got physical or like got in arguments with was Wendelstadt. Harry Wendelstadt.
Yeah.
Did Winfield ever manage a team?
Nah.
I think before Aaron died, I thought Aaron managed for a little bit. Hank Aaron?
What about no?
Or am I thinking of Frank Thomas?
No, he didn't do that either.
Or Frank Robinson. My mistake, Frank.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And Joe didn't manage either, did he?
Which one?
Joe Morgan.
No.
That's what I thought.
My man was in that ESPN booth to the day he died.
Yeah, he was.
I can't stand Joe Buck for some reason as an announcer. Is it because I always like? Is it because of his father Jack that no one really like gives him enough respect? You think?
Yeah. I agree with that. All right, Cahill for the Dolphins was this called for a big pass interference. So Tennessee got the ball at midfield. Detroit down 14 at halftime to Detroit up by 14 at halftime.
Was Jack mainly an a national broadcaster, or was he a local guy too?
He was both. And this guy is hurt again.
Who?
Jalen Phillips.
Jesus Christ. Again? Really?
Yeah, looking at it right now.
Are they carrying him off the field?
No, he's limping on the sidelines. But you can tell he's hurt. Or he'd be out there right now. He's on the sidelines, pissed off.
Did you grow up with a prime Howard Cosell, Uncle?
What about him?
Huh?
All right. His spikes got his knee buckled into the turf.
Oh, Jesus. I hope it's not a torn ACL again.
I hope not either.
That would be the second one just after he got. I hope it's, and if it's a torn ACL, let's hope it's not the same one.
Uh-oh. He's gone. Dolphins. Good catch. They call him at the 5-yard line. 45-yard run for Tennessee. Pollard. You know, Pollard's having a nice year quietly.
Tony Pollard?
Yeah. 45-yard run. Be first and goal at the 5.
The Dolphins are going to end up being the number one pick.
I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna do a big O. I'll wait and see what happens when it's over.
Were you a big Cosell fan?
Yes,
Who was his main partner during his
Frank
career?
Gifford. Frank Gifford.
I thought there was another guy he did his
Don Meredith.
not for football. There was a guy that did the wide world of
Jim
sports.
McKay.
That
Jim McKay.
yeah,
Yeah, they don't make shows like that no more.
I don't think that's ever going to happen again though.
I don't think
Why?
so either.
You know what the wild world of sports turned into, don't you, Manzano?
ESPN.
Yes.
That is true when you think about it. Look at that. The old sneakeroo. Touchdown, Tennessee. They're up by 10 now.
16.
Boy, look at all these girls from Nashville. That's a big problem that the Dolphins have. The Dolphins have this. The Rams and Chargers have this. The Cowboys have this problem. When the other team fan base outnumbers your fan base, that's not good. Mike McDaniel looking sick, like he wants to cry on the sideline.
Honestly, I've said this. I've said this. What hurts McDaniel, his scheme is so catered to Tua that any other quarterback is not able to, like, it's going to be hard for him to adjust when the whole scheme is catered to Tua.
I'll go a step further, and I'm glad the Dolphin media said this when they lost to Buffalo. He cannot adjust against good teams and good defenses. That's the biggest problem.
Now he's struggling with mediocre, maybe decent teams.
This is what Big O said, and I agree with him. If that was Shula will have a real backup quarterback ready if the starter got hurt. Look what they did when Marino got hurt. They went 9-2.
Yeah, didn't they get Don Strock or something like that?
Oh, that was in the 80s. In the millennium, in the 90s, he had Scott Mitchell. He had Bernie Kosar.
Oh, Bernie was on the Dolphins for a little bit? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Craig Erickson. That was Jimmy, of course. Jimmy had to have Craig Erickson one way or another.
He had
He
to.
went with the Cowboys. Boy, he loved Craig Erickson. So did I. Sure.
Oh, he was Aikman's backup in
No. Jimmy recruited him, but he went to the Cowboys. Jimmy left. That was Jimmy's first prize recruit at quarterback.
Oh, Greg Erickson?
Craig Erickson, yeah.
Thank God I haven't been watching this disappointing game.
You are not missing anything. Trust me. Speaking of that, I don't like him because he's a Met. But today, if you didn't see this, folks, 2 outs in the 9th and a bad back. Francisco Lindor came up and hit a 3-run homer, and the Mets made the playoffs. If the Mets go deep, folks, Francisco Lindor is going to be in New York sports lore forever. That was as close to Kirk Gibson as you get. And I am not a Met fan, folks. Think I was happy today that they clinched the playoff spot?
You hate both the Yankees and the Mets, but who do you hate more?
The Mets. Very close. The Yankees, I respect their heritage. It's the fans I don't like.
You like
And
the
that
team,
two
but you hate the
weasels,
fans.
and the two weasels in the front office.
Our two boys, our two boys that weren't focused on the off season, but they were focused on the Edmonton. Was it Edmonton or?
Montreal.
I still
Would you
remember that. I'm like, Jesus, you're
Yeah, the
so weird.
Yankees do that crazy shit. If Montreal Canadiens are deep in the playoff, they send someone up there to watch that shit.
would you agree with that though, Mace?
About what?
That Strasburg is the last of the Bulldog pitchers.
I gotta do some thinking about that. Even though,
No, Max Scherzer,
yeah, I gotta go with Max, man. I gotta
Okay,
go.
our boy who can't shut up.
I can accept that, Max.
I gotta go with Max, bro.
Uh,
Max, when the lights get bright. And you know, Jacob DeGrom pitched yesterday for the first time in 2 years. Look good.
nice.
The only issue with Max is you can't shut him up.
That's true.
And me and Mace were saying this, Vader, that where was this when you were in Washington? Where was this when you were in Washington
What?
with Bryce?
Goes to Los Angeles and the man can't shut up. He's a media darling now. Go back 6 years, media couldn't stand him. He couldn't stand them.
No, and you know the reason why is because Bryce was there. He was soaking up most of the media.
I think it was because they always remember their heritage is the Expos. They always failed with all that talent. But then once they won, we all congratulate them. All right, look at that rocket. Ooh. If he even Tyreek just kicked the football, let me tell you something, and I'm not joking. This Huntley kid got the talent, bro. He threw a 70-yard missile, and
Tyreek,
Tyreek just couldn't catch up to it.
he overthrew Tyreek, which is saying something.
It's crazy, right? 70 yards in the air, bro. Rocket, something that you'll never see number one throw. Never. But let me say this. Didn't I tell you a year and a half ago, Manzano, that it is safe to draft a quarterback high just in case Tua gets hurt? Remember I told you that?
Yeah, no, I've said it from the beginning. I've said it from the beginning. If Tua gets injured again, and the Dolphins are bad the next 2 seasons, they're going to end up drafting Arch Manning. They're going to be the one drafting Arch Manning.
The league will make sure that doesn't happen.
Why do you say that?
The Manning family will make sure that doesn't happen.
Because Peyton and Eli don't want him nowhere near Stephen Ross, bro. Manning hates Stephen Ross, bro. Can't stand
And this has been like
they would either want him.
The fact that Peyton went to Indies because he wanted to.
Yeah.
Eli was about to go to the Chargers, and they said no. No, we cool trading.
Yeah, true.
Was that the year with Alex Smith? Were
No.
Eli and Alex in the same draft?
Eli was with Roethlisberger
and Rivers.
What you call it was with Alex Smith was with Aaron Rodgers.
How people miss on Aaron is
you got
surprising.
To ask Nick Saban that question because Nick Saban had the number 2 pick. You're gonna have to ask Nick that question.
It wasn't just Nick. That whole top 10 miss on Aaron Rodgers.
That was a horrible draft. It really was.
It seemed like it.
Oh, he tripped him by the ankle. All right, Tennessee's at Miami's 30. They're about to put this game away.
This game's over.
And I'll tell you again, McDaniel proved again tonight, folks, he can't coach. I agree with Big O all the way.
Honestly, Ross needs to clean house completely. Like,
He
don't
won't do it.
half-ass it.
He won't do it because of the 80%. But the one thing I can tell you, because of the salary, this team will always be, and I said this, and I got a lot of pushback.
Entertainment.
Yep. Matter of fact, they got the slogan, Dolphin Entertainment.
Yeah.
It's sad, isn't it?
Yep. The Cowboys are becoming that too.
It eats me up inside. I'm being honest. It really eats me up inside, bro.
Like, thank God I have my Hurricanes.
How the hell do you let Buffalo beat you 14 of 16 since you bought the team, bro? Do you know who was quarterbacking in Buffalo in 2010 and 2011 and 2012?
J.P. Lossman.
Yes, no, not Lawson. Trent Edwards.
Trent Edwards.
I haven't heard. Or Trent Edwards. Wow, that's a name I haven't heard.
I mean, bro, I'm gonna
Wasn't
say
he
it
a
again,
chief?
Tony.
I thought he
Tony,
was.
I'm gonna say it again, and you're one of them that holds that team accountable. Good for you. That's the problem. The fanboys don't hold this team accountable for anything.
Think, like I said, thank God I have the Hurricanes.
Yeah, at least the Hurricanes gives us some hope. Speaking of that, you talk about making rules up on the fly. It came out today. There goes Chris Greer for once, looking sick. The SEC is planning to have the top 4 seeds in the playoffs.
No other team who wins a.
Ohio State gonna have something to say about that.
I knew you was going to say that. I knew you was going to say that.
Yeah, Ohio State is going to have something to say about that. So is a team, either Clemson or Miami.
I'm going to have something to say about that. I totally agree. I told you guys that's how they were plotting this shit. They get 4 or 5 SEC teams, 4 Big Ten teams, and then the ACC winner, the Big 12 winner, and then 1 wild card.
And the wild card is going to be probably a Clemson.
Yep.
Georgia and Alabama, I can see, man. Ain't no way no voter in their right mind is gonna put Ole Miss above Ohio State or any other SEC team. Maybe Texas. Okay, Texas, that's 3.
That boy. To me, and they play next week. To me, Tennessee is the best team I've seen all year, bro. It's not even close.
Tennessee.
Yes.
Okay.
You know why?
Most consistent.
Yeah, you know why? Both sides of the ball are great, but what's his name? Josh Heupel. He's letting the defense dominate everybody. Defensively, they got some NFL players on that.
So they got a shot. The SEC do got a shot. Because I forgot about Tennessee.
So you think so you and Vader, do you think the Heisman Trophy is going to be between Amaliava and Ward for Miami?
Arch Manning's going to win that by a landslide.
You think so?
If he keeps playing.
The way Texas is playing, they're killing everybody they play.
But look at this. Ward leads half of the stats in college football. He has the most yards, most total touchdowns.
That's true, but the problem is people saw Friday night,
and that's unrealistic to like. I said this before the game started, Uncle, that Virginia Tech is way better than their record is.
Yeah.
You agree?
I totally agree. I think it was Cam Ward, but the way Arch Manning is playing and they robbed Peyton and gave it to Woodson, they're going to give it to the nephew.
Did did, did you hear that? Did you see the hilariousness on Twitter, or I can't remember. I watch a lot of Virginia Tech people on
No, I
YouTube
didn't see
sometimes
none of
too,
that.
and they were saying that they were accusing Miami of cheating and paying off the referees for that incomplete pass call on Friday. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you smoking? There was no way that receiver had full control of that ball.
All right, third quarter is over in Miami, 16-6 Tennessee. But Miami's
When you
driving.
saw that play, Vader, did you see that game on Friday?
The Virginia Tech game, no, I didn't watch a lot of it.
The ending of the game. I think it was that the fourth
But
quarter or third quarter?
That Hail Mary pass, yeah, or play, I said, yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. When you saw the replay, did you think the guy had full control of the ball, or was it an incomplete? In your honest opinion,
He definitely, it's no way he had full control of the ball. It's no way.
yeah. And like I said, like I agree with you. Like you must be smoking something really good if you thought that receiver had full control of that ball
Yes,
going
sir.
down.
Yep.
But
You really don't know who had possession of it. That's what's so crazy. It could have been very easily been an interception.
yeah, no, to me, I believe because it didn't touch the floor and then hit the hurricane, but the Hurricanes player was out of bounds. That's the issue. His butt was out of bounds, so it would have been incomplete either way, or a
All right,
touchback at least.
we got a game in Detroit as the Seahawks march right down
Oh,
the
there's a
field.
double header tonight.
Yeah, 80
Yeah.
yards. Smith to the backup tight end. And Seattle 21-14 early third quarter. Well, Miami is 16-6 at the end of three. I'm going to say this right now for Tyler Huntley. I think the Dolphins should not only keep him, they should sign him to an extension. And I'm not kidding.
Skyler's done with the team.
He's missing. He's off a little bit because he hasn't played. But god damn, I didn't know he had an arm like this. This kid got a bazooka front arm.
Yeah, no, and people forget. Didn't he when Lamar was like when Lamar didn't play like when he was when Lamar was injured for a few games last year? Didn't Tyler Huntley play and he played well? Led
Yeah, he
them to
made
a
the
few
Pro
wins
Bowl. Made the Pro Bowl.
as a backup.
Yeah, he did.
And I never wanted to believe this, but the Miami Dolphins offensive line is garbage.
I've been through that, bro. Me and Manzano been through that.
They let Skylar Thompson get ate alive. That was embarrassing.
No, and this is what I hate about Greer and McDaniel have this arrogance about them that they refuse to draft any first round offensive linemen or signing when they do sign offensive linemen is guys with an injury history.
Yeah,
So is it really any wonder why Tua has had multiple concussions? Man? Like really, like
that last concussion had nothing to do with though.
All right, the fans are boring in Miami because Mike McDaniel never wins challenges, and he threw the flag.
Yeah, but the issue with what we were talking about, dang it, the arrogance of both McDaniel and Greer.
The Dolphins' derelict offensive line.
We drafted a young kid, but I don't trust the development system for that offensive line and stuff like
Couldn't
that.
trust anything in that organization. You just had a dumbass owner give contract extensions for a team that hasn't accomplished a damn thing since those players have arrived.
Yeah.
And like I said the other day, you wasn't in here. This franchise is now set back for a while. They got a lot of work to do before they're going to be
I can't believe I hope I'm not being morbid or anything. What's his name needs to die?
Damn, who's this?
Ross.
That's
Because his family doesn't want anything to do with the Dolphins.
No, not at all. That is true. And you know why they feel that way?
It's embarrassing to own the Dolphins.
Stephen Ross is the brother of the family that he keeps telling you it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Like Dr. Umar. I'm gonna build the school, and it never happens. Well, with Stephen Ross, we're gonna win, and it never happens. People get tired of hearing him.
This is an honest question. If the Dolphins go up for sale and they don't give it to his partner, do you think a guy like Peyton or Tom Brady tries to buy the Dolphins?
Nah. You know who's gonna buy the Dolphins?
Who?
A fan that's so rich. But instead of him saying everything is good, he's gonna say this has been shit. I waited over 50 years and I'm gonna make sure I bring real football people in here so we can start winning.
Mark Cuban might buy the Miami though.
That's the type of guy who's gonna buy the team next.
A Mark Cuban or
the
guy.
Unbelievable. Not only did this idiot lose the challenge, but on 4.5 yards, the Dolphins didn't get the first down. They are showing their fans that they are stunned. Wow. You talk about, are you kidding me? You give the ball to a midget like Achan? Of course those 400-pound tackles are going to wrap him up. Wow. Fans are leaving. You got to see it, Tony. The fans are leaving.
Yeah. Yeah, besides Mark Cuban, the guy I would see trying to buy the Dolphins is the guy who owns the Golden State Warriors.
I can see that.
Or the tech guy from Utah.
I can see that. But here's the problem with him. He gets it. He's going to want to move the team to Salt Lake City because they're building a brand new 900 million baseball stadium. They are building it as we speak.
So you think it's either Cuban or the guy from Golden State?
He wants the Angels, Joe Lacob. That's the team he wants.
Having a football team in Utah would be fucking crazy.
Well, their college teams are good, right?
They are, but it would just change the dynamic of football.
I think the team that would move, honestly, if it gets sold, if the Cons sell the Jaguars, to be honest, I think that's the team that moves to Utah. Jacksonville.
All right, the Dolphins was just called Agba called for the face mask.
Wait, Agba's back on the Dolphins?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
On them, bro. I forgot who it is. I forgot the player who quit on them said, I retired. They signed somebody in the off season. Oh, he used to be on Tampa Bay. The linebacker used to be in Tampa Bay.
Devin White.
No, the other guy. He had a nickname to himself.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Look at poor baby Jalen Waddle with his mouth poked out. Your ass should have been catching footballs, man.
Yeah. So to be honest, it's either like you said, a rich fan, a guy like Mark Cuban, or the guy from Golden State. What's his name? The Golden
Joe
State guy?
Lacob. Joe
Huh?
Lacob. Joe Lacob.
Or maybe even, how about even crazier, Steve Ballmer?
I can see that.
Or
I know this is going to sound crazy to you guys.
Jeff Bezos.
Goodbye. Weather, location, stadium. I will get rid of the racetrack, the next owner. I'll get rid of that bullshit. It's a good purchase. What has been missing since Bill Parcells has walked out the door is a real football man running the team. Remember, Stephen Ross is an absentee owner. He's never in Miami. He's here in New York.
Yeah.
And that's a major problem.
That Vader, would you say your owner used to be like Stephen Ross, absentee?
No, actually, you would think so. As ironic as it is, Mike Brown has always been very hands on with the Bengals. That's why it's so dysfunctional.
Did you hear the war between your owner and Jerry Jones and Bob Kraft?
No, I haven't.
Mike Brown, because they can't stand him. Because Mike Brown says, I like my teams being cheap and inexpensive.
Yeah, he would say that. I can only imagine. His actions is right in step with that sentiment. I can only imagine Mike Brown saying it.
Oh, hey, by the way, Uncle, did you see Dikembe Mutombo passed away?
Yeah, we did. I came on the air and broke the Pete Rose story. I had it before MLB Network. And I told that boy, and that's what we did for the first 45 minutes. We talked about Pete Rose and Mutombo.
Was he on? Was he? Were him and Morgan double play partners?
No, that was Dave Concepcion.
Yeah.
Was Pete Rose after?
That's why I always get that mixed up.
Played with the Big Red Machine. He was the integral part of the Big Red Machine.
Was Rose at second base or shortstop?
Rose was third base, left field, first base, second base.
Utility, basically.
No, Pete Rose played every day.
No, that's what I mean. He's an everyday utility player, basically.
Concepcion plays shortstop.
Yes, and Morgan was second base. You know who was behind the plate?
Right.
Johnny Boy.
And Rose is just everywhere.
Who was the
Yes,
first? Was
Perez
that Tony
was-
Perez?
So yeah, Perez was in center field.
No, Perez was at first base.
Man, they had hella infielders.
Tony Perez is one of the all-time great first basemen. Think about
Why I think he was in the outfield then?
No, think about the Reds, okay? They had no pitching. They really did. Bench, all time. I got him at number 3. Most people got him at 5.
For me, I have Johnny Bench at number 1.
You're joking, right?
Johnny?
He's better than Mays and Aaron.
No, number one catcher of all time.
I get a lot of pushback from this 80-year-old guys.
Yeah,
I'm serious, bro. When I used to be in the rehab center,
I
we used
bet.
to talk about this shit. And to these old men, it's Mickey Cochran.
Oh, and Mickey. Oh, Mickey.
And when they picked the 100 greatest players, the starting lineup, the catcher was Mickey Cochran, so I couldn't argue with it.
Bench has always be the best catcher for me, so I can.
Oh yeah, me too, bro. I said it the other day when I had my tirade. I said I don't give a damn about Mickey Cochran. I didn't see him play.
I don't even know who Mickey Cochran is.
Yeah, no,
He was
you know who I can't stand? I have a lot of Yankees fans that live around me. They say Barrow was better than Bench.
you can have that argument. You can make that argument.
Yogi?
Yogi won 11 rings, bro.
Or Roy Campanella.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Huh?
I ain't doing no Campanella. Look who won the sidelines tonight, and he is
I
this.
mean,
We have a Ricky Williams sighting. Miami down 22-6, folks, with 10:45 left in the game.
Who was it Gehrig or Ruth that was the all-time greatest in the for the first base? Or was it
Ruth
Musial?
played the outfield. Ruth was in the outfield. It was Ruth, Aaron, and Mays. Hank Greenberg.
The short tiger, right?
Yeah. That's why they like the Tiger guys so much. It was Greenberg, Mickey Cochran. All right, Jared Goff just caught a touchdown pass. Detroit up 28-14.
Which is I've never seen Mickey Cochran play. I
Neither did
understand
I,
why
Tony. That tells you how long that's been. Neither did I.
that was probably your mom's era.
Yes.
Cochran was around.
My mother said Bench was number one. But my mother saw that big red machine. She made me watch that big red machine. All
that's
right.
my mom. That's my mom's favorite team ever.
Yeah. All right. Tyler Huntley now is throwing bullets as he hit Tyreek for 20. And the Dolphins are driving right now. A-Chain. A-Chain for 20. So the Dolphins now, not A-Chain, the rookie from Tennessee.
Jalen Wright.
Yes, this ran for 20. Dolphins at Tennessee's 31. What was this all night, Coach?
So you say you could understand why people would have Barra over Bench?
I can understand it, yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. If it wasn't for Yogi Berra when George Steinbrenner kicked him out of the Yankee organization, look what he did for the Astros. Craig Biggio, Hall of Famer. Why? Yogi Berra. Jeff Gladwell, Hall of Famer. Why? Yogi Berra. And Ken Caminiti, I know overthrew it. All right, goddamn, Seattle's right back. Well, I'm going to stick over here to Seattle game. Touchdown, Seattle. 28-21. What I was going to say? Bagwell, Hall of Famer. Bagwell, Biggio, Hall of Famer.
You're talking about Ken Caminiti.
Caminiti became the best defensive third baseman in the game.
And he can hit for power.
Yeah, because of Yogi
How about
Berra.
Lance Berkman?
Was he still there when Berkman came up? I think Yogi was gone.
El Caballo?
No, he didn't have Carlos Lee. He was long gone.
I think Derek Bell was there for them years, though.
All right, Hundley hit Tyreek at the 10-yard line, but they're bringing it back. Illegal
Holding.
motion on the Dolphins. But the Dolphins look like they got life now. And they're letting Tyler Huntley throw the football. I'll say this. I'm going to take Miami next week over New England.
Is it
Now,
too
if
late for
Tua
them to come
has
back in this game?
I give them a chance, yeah, because there's 9 minutes left. But this is what I was about to say. If Tua had Tyler Huntley's tools, I would not have a problem with it. All right, Seattle got the 2-point conversion.
Who can you understand? Like, for the outfield, if they didn't have Ruth at right field, who would you have there?
Clemente. You know that. Clemente.
Clemente?
Yes.
A lot of people say maybe Roger Maris or DiMaggio.
Nah. Those guys, and I know it bothered Yankee fans back then. Those guys, they're in the 100, but they wasn't in the top.
Oh, my mistake. Mickey Mantle. Mickey.
The bad knees, the drinking problem, the partying after games, him and Billy Martin. White
Or Dave Winfield?
No.
Reggie?
You gotta see, Reggie was in the 100. You gotta understand something. These players who was picked, Tony, I'm looking at Tyler Huntley. Wow.
Oh, no, wait a minute, Mace. You just said Billy Martin was Mickey Mantle's drinking buddy through all
Yes.
those years.
Yes.
The same Billy Martin that was the manager for that
They used to hang out every night at the Red Parrot. Yeah.
during the Bronx is Burning years. Like,
Yeah, in the 50s. Yeah.
wow.
My mother says she used to see him all the time.
Billy was a heavy drinker?
That's a hell of a story.
He was a party animal, a womanizer.
I thought Billy was a clean, one of the pretty boys on that team.
Damn drunk.
Was it DiMaggio or Mantle that was a pretty boy?
DiMaggio. DiMaggio did none of that stuff. He didn't let players know who he was. He didn't let people know who he was.
He was closed off, basically.
Yeah.
You go from that to managing Reggie and all of that. Like that's bruh. That's probably why he can handle it for real.
Was Sparky a good player?
That? You know what's funny about that?
What?
Of all the players that Billy Martin loved, his favorite player was Ricky Henderson. Think about that.
Ricky Henderson.
He loved him for Ricky Henderson. All right, Miami's 3rd.
That's crazy.
I know, right? He hated Reggie, but he loved Ricky Henderson.
Maybe because Ricky, maybe him and Ricky were almost the same player. Maybe.
Nah, Billy Martin wasn't no Ricky Henderson.
No, I'm talking about in terms of the style of
Ricky. The true story is Ricky grew up in the same neighborhood as Billy Martin.
No, I'm talking about the style of player that like slap hitters.
Yeah, Billy was a slap hitter. Yeah.
Did Billy get overshadowed by like Mickey and Joe?
Nah, he was a role player. Like the Dolphins got to kick a field goal, they got to go for it on 4th and long.
Was Billy Martin like kind of like were Yankees fans obsessed with Billy like they are with Donnie Boy?
Nah. All right, Dolphins are going for it. It's a penalty on. Hundley got the first down, but it's going to be a penalty on the Dolphins. This is coming back.
Did Billy have hardcore Yankee fans like Donnie Baseball did?
Nah, Mattingly was in the world by himself.
Yeah. Mattingly, man, it's like a tragic figure in baseball, in my opinion.
What happened? What you just said that?
Mattingly is like a tragic figure in baseball, in my opinion.
You could say that, yeah.
He had your career book start and finish before and after with World Series championship.
Hundley's going for it. And Miami gets it. What
Another.
a play by Tyler Hundley. Mr. Waddle, first and goal at the 5 for Miami.
So you know how it's the Yankees. It's Donnie Baseball for you. Yours is Willie. Who was yours for the Angels?
Joyner. Wally Joyner.
Best Angel?
Yes.
No. For what I was asking is, you know how people say Donnie Baseball is there's no there's a weird attachment to Donnie Baseball for the Yankees fans. Was there someone? Would you say it's Joey Votto or Brandon Phillips for you guys?
He's asking you who is the most popular Red. I know what the answer is, but you answered that.
No, a player that you can't understand that the Reds fans are obsessed with when the team was horrible.
I mean, it's crazy. Today of all days, you say that. What player are we obsessed with? He just passed today.
A losing team, but the fans still put him high regard. Like they put him
like Donnie Baseball, or who's your guy for the Angels?
Wally Joyner.
A losing team.
Jim Edmonds too. Oh God, did they love Jim Edmonds, bro?
The man's a pretty boy. Of course they love him.
Nah, you know why they love Jim Edmonds? Because he made so many spectacular catches, man.
Yeah, he did.
Was he the one that did the Spider-Man catch?
Yes.
Yeah, Jim Evans, no doubt.
All right, the Dolphins just scored. Let's see if they can get 2 points out of this. And
for the Marlins, it was
Conan.
It was Dawson.
Really? Not Conan?
Oh no, not Dawson. My God.
I mean, that's the one thing the Reds can say that the Bengals can't. All the players we admire in Cincinnati, man, they've won World Series championship.
Yeah.
Brandon Phillips. Wait, did Brandon win a World Series?
No, he didn't. Brandon Phillips is known more in Cincinnati for what he did off the field. Like he really was in the community hard. Like that's why we respect Brandon Phillips. But he didn't win a World Series.
I would say maybe Joey Votto.
Votto
scored another touchdown, 35-20.
Votto can be an asshole, man.
No, what I'm saying is, would you say Votto is that player for you guys when it comes to like a comparison to like a Donnie Baseball, where fans have like a weird attachment to him?
Not really, no. Votto could be an asshole.
I've heard Votto was a nice guy. Wow, you're saying he's an asshole?
Votto could be an asshole, man.
That is true. Joey Votto is one of these guys who think he's the smartest man in the room.
I've seen him do fans dirty. Super dirty.
That's what I heard.
And I think that's what's gonna with Votto. He's not even one of the in his era. I don't think Votto's even one of the best first basemen. because you had Albert Pujols.
He had one fantastic year. That's what I can say about him.
Valo 2010 year.
The consistent for me, that consistency for Albert is nuts to me. Where until the end of his career, you always saw above 300 average every year. That's a crazy.
Is baseball. That is baseball loyalty, right there. He's the last of the immortals. Because we was talking about it earlier before you came up here, and I told that boy today's player compared to yesteryear player, it's not even close. There is none.
There's not really a superstar. Maybe Ohtani.
Yeah, that's the only one I said was Ohtani.
Or Bryce.
I don't see Judge hitting 700, and that's what's going to kill him.
You don't think Judge is going to hit 700 home runs?
No.
Maybe like high.
I could see him getting 6.
What about Bryce?
Who's
too injured?
Bryce.
He don't need to hit 600. All he needs to do is win a championship, and he will fulfill his prophecy as the chosen one.
Yeah.
To me, came into the league, he was the chosen one. Remember that boy?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Philly been hot these last couple of playoffs, so I'm surprised they ain't did it yet.
He was in Sports Illustrated as a 16-year-old.
Yeah. The saddest one, he would have been the dominant pick over Scherzer and Strasburg if he hadn't passed away. Fernandez would have been the best pitcher right now. You agree, Uncle?
He'd be right there, yeah.
He would have been with the You said he would have gone to the Yankees, correct?
Yep. Yankees had it all mapped out.
Either that or can you imagine him with Kershaw?
Yeah, that would have been. That was.
Or him on the, or Jose Fernandez Bumgarner.
Yeah, Bumgarner. Hey, Manzano, YouTube that boy. What do you think about the power plays that? Who's my catcher? Buster Posey pulled this morning. If you didn't hear this.
He's in the front office with the.
The word is he's gonna fire everybody in that front office.
Wow. This what, the Giants?
Yeah, he's the head of baseball operations.
Nice.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what needs to happen with the Marlins. Get a guy like a Gary Sheffield in that front office to clean everything out.
Did you see Big O today when he congratulates Skip Schumacher getting out of there?
What Yankee player do you think would have worked? Do you think Derek Jeter would basically, if he goes back to the Yankees in the front office, he as like the head of baseball operations, he would try to fire Levine and them?
Nah, he likes those guys too much.
Wait, what are the names? Who are the two weasels again?
Lon Prost and Randy Levine. I don't know who Chris Russo hates more. Those two or what's our boy? Moneyball?
Oh, Billy Bean.
Oh, I can't stand Billy Bean.
That's another disappointing team. How you had all that talent and didn't win one World Series is beyond me.
That pitching talent. And that's what I was saying, getting back to my point. Not necessarily like just, the superstars aren't the same, but the pitchers for damn sure aren't the same. From the 90s on back.
And you know the sad thing is, the Pirates ain't going to sign their free aces. They're not going to do it. You know that, I know.
The Marlins aren't going to do it either. They have 3 young aces.
Well, Tony, I'll give you this. At least the Marlins played well down the stretch. You can see they're about to. Skip Schumacher is a good manager. They really worked out those trades they made. All right, Miami, this game is over. Intentional grounding. Dolphins have no more timeouts. This game is over. So
Yeah, no, that's the issue.
again with 2 backup quarterbacks, folks. For Tennessee, Mason Rudolph.
Oh, Will Levis is injured?
Yeah, he got concussion.
That's what happened.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing about I think with the new front office in Miami, who they brought in that knows how to develop hitting from they brought 2 guys from Texas, 2 guys from 1 guy from Seattle, guys who know how to we already know how to develop the great pitching, young pitching talent and stuff like that. All we need is to fix the hitting side, and then we'll be good, to be honest.
I'll tell you the one team that you could tell, and they will definitely try to bring Juan Soto back. The
Yankees.
Nationals. Next year, they will make what the Reds should have did this year. And can the Reds please hire Buck Showalter, please?
Would you give up?
That would be awesome, but
would you? We might trade during the offseason. We might actually trade what's his face, Alcantara. Would you give most of your top prospects for Alcantara, Vader?
We got a situation in Miami, folks. The Tennessee returner did not touch the football, and it looks like the Dolphins are getting the football back.
How much time do we have left?
2:27 left. Oh, it's this Coach Steen for Tennessee.
Vader, who would you give up in your system for Alcantara?
it's a great question. I haven't kept up with our farm system in a very long time. I don't even know who's even down there.
Isn't the Reds like one of the number 1 or 2 in the league for the best farm system?
Yes.
Uncle?
Yes.
I hear they're pretty deep, but I don't know. I can't tell you any name that's down
there. The Reds are the biggest disappointment in baseball this year.
Yeah.
Not even close.
No, it's funny you say that. A lot of pundits say it was.
What'd you say?
A lot of pundits you say the Reds, but pundits say it's the Marlins because they were a wild card team last year, and look how bad they are.
I don't see the Marlins making the playoffs next year. I don't see the Reds either unless they get the right manager.
Right.
Do you think the Marlins try? Do you think a Buck Showalter would work in Miami?
No. You know why? Ownership.
Oh, Buck wants to spend money?
Of course.
Who would work in Miami, you think? Like a Kevin Cash?
No clue. If I'm the Marlins, if you give them all the money, I can see A-Rod doing it.
Oh,
I can easily see A-Rod doing it.
Oh, buying the Marlins?
No, like they'll ask him like they did Buster Posey did this morning. You do that with A-Rod, he'll take the job.
Imagine A-Rod down him. He's a local kid. He understands that area.
he will take the job. Yeah.
But isn't he the owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves?
Mm-hmm.
How can he be a manager and an owner? How would that even work?
No, I'm just saying he would be somebody that would do that.
Or
I don't
Alex
know.
Cora?
I don't know Miami. Alex Cora, yeah, but the word is the White Sox are trying to get him.
Or bring back Ozzie Guillen.
Yeah, they can do that. I don't see the Marlins
Spending big money on a manager?
No, the Marlins are not a mess. They just go off to a bad start. The White Sox is a disaster. The Angels are a disaster.
The
The
Padre,
Reds, the Reds are
the
disappointing.
the Pirates are a disaster.
Yeah, after what they did to Rowdy Tellez 2 weeks ago, if you didn't hear that, he was 4 bats away from getting a $200,000 bonus, and they covered.
How that ownership in with the Pirates still owns that team is beyond me.
Because the Steelers are in town. Sid the Kid's in town.
So wait, the ownership for the Pittsburgh Pirates are the Steelers and the
No. What I mean by that, Tony, is those two teams are in town. People care more about them Pitt football than they do the Pirates.
Is that a team you think, even with the history in that city, do you think the Pirates would be a team that gets moved?
If the right owner comes along, I think the two teams are never going anywhere. Three teams: the Tigers, the Reds, and the Tigers, the Reds, and the Cardinals are never leaving those cities.
Every other team can move.
And the Yankees, they're not leaving.
The Dodgers?
No, they stay. I'm talking about from the small market teams.
Oh, wait, you consider the Cardinals a small market team?
Yeah. St. Louis is not a big city town, that boy.
No, not relatively.
The way they spend like a big market team.
Because they have Bush beer behind them.
Okay.
That and the St. Louis Cardinals have a tradition of being good, great, a success.
Yeah, only the Yankees won more. They are the Middle America's team is the Cardinals.
And we can't stand for that.
I know you can't. The red Cardinal games are nasty, but they're both good. Who is it? Oh, Molina and Brandon Phillips.
Yeah.
I'm a Yankees fan. I find their fan base arrogant. I can have a decent conversation with a Cardinal fan.
Yeah. Especially if you like St. Louis, like I do. I respect their tradition. The Reds, I'm always pulling for them to be good again. I think it's great for the sport. The Pirates, I have no hope.
How about the Brewers?
The Marlins have a much better chance. At least with the Marlins, they do player development very well. Where they miss the ball is
offense.
Yeah, they don't get power hits.
Yeah, and I think you told me this or we were talking about this. It depends on where you are and how they build the stadiums for their minor league system. The Marlins cater their development and their what is it called? And how they build their minor league parks to the pitching and stuff like that because of their big stadium. The Reds cater their development to hitters because of Great American Ballpark. Am I correct?
Yes.
And that's how I think that's how the Yankees used to be, where they they would cater it towards hitting because of old Yankee Stadium was basically a hitter park.
Yeah.
Is new Yankee Stadium like that too?
Yes, it's home run derby at Yankee Stadium, man. All right, Tennessee did something which I do not believe in, as the fans are dancing in the stands here in Miami. You know I hate that shit. They ran up the score. I hope the Dolphins play them next year again. They ran up the effing score on the Dolphins, man.
What's the score?
31-12.
Good night, Uncle.
Good night, Tony. I love you, man. Don't be a stranger.
Okay, bye. See you
All right,
later.
man.
Good night,
All right,
man.
man.
It's horrible, man. This is horrible, folks. This is absolutely horrible. I do not blame Huntley for this loss. I blame it on Mike McDaniel. He cannot coach.
Wow.
This is on him. And now the whole country have seen that this man cannot coach. And I would have told the Dolphin people all week, like Tennessee's looking at the Dolphins like there's something special. Are you kidding me? Tony Pollard is having a monster year. Nobody knows about it because it's Tennessee. As the whole team is hugging, I think he has 7 touchdowns. And on the other side, is stunned silence. Tyreek Hill went nuts tonight on the sidelines a few minutes ago. This is on Mike McDaniel. And I'm going to tell you what Mike McDaniel went wrong. He didn't let Tyler Huntley loose in the first half. In the second half, Tyler Huntley, folks, they'll beat New England next week. Mason Rudolph won this game. Mason Rudolph, folks. As everybody on the Tennessee sidelines is happy they finally got a win. On the other side, Tyreek Hill is arguing with the assistant coaches. The little pineapple standing there with a ball cap on.
McDaniel was never.
Say it again. Go ahead.
I don't think McDaniel was ever capable of controlling the zoo. Like it was over.
That he's just a play designer.
Right.
That's it. Wow. So the Dolphins. Wow. Game over. 31-12 Tennessee. I am out of here. Dak, thank you for pulling up. And I know you'll be late for the aftermath.
Yeah, indeed.
Appreciate you, man.
Great, appreciate you too, man. And try to get some rest, man. I know.
Definitely gonna rest all day tomorrow. Get ready for tomorrow night, man. Appreciate you as always. Everybody in the clouds. We'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. Good night at the Oasis. That boy, you're great, bro.
Appreciate you too,